Hello everyone. We are on week 6 of our CSA shares, and I'm going to go over what we received in our shares this week if you picked up today, or what you're going to pick up on Thursday if you're a B week share, or if you're an every week share. And then I'll discuss how to store each item and possible uses for the different produce that we receive. And I did forget to say, my name is Stephanie. I'm your CSA coach. 2 quick announcements. Flower picking starts next week, so make sure you have your jugs ready. There's an easy tutorial on our YouTube channel on how to turn like a milk jug or a gallon jug into a, or even a water jug, into a flower picking vessel. And then Trish is gonna also post that as well. So next week, next Tuesday and Thursday, if you have pickup, there will be flower picking. So bring your jugs and bring your shears for that. Second announcement is at the farm this week, we have Kirby cucumbers available. So for this package of Kirby cucumbers, it's $12. So you do not need to order these. They're available at the farm for pickup. And then you can pay when you pick them up. So I grabbed a batch of those to bring up to the lake with us this weekend to make some salads and stuff. So that's available for an additional add-on with your shares. All right, so we'll jump right in. Some items that we've seen before and then a couple of new items. We'll start with our lettuces. So the very first thing you're gonna wanna use this week is our salad greens. So our salad greens come in plastic. That's how I store them. They wanna get stored in the fridge in plastic and used within the next few days. Out of everything here, this is definitely the first thing you want to use. Great for salads. So if we've been getting these every week, if you're getting sick of the same old salad, couple of ideas: change the dressing that you're using. There's lots of dressing, vinaigrettes, there's different types of dressings. I think some of them use like the garlic scapes, or you can use different herbs and things like that. So look on our blog for dressing ideas. You can go vinaigrette, you can go creamier dressing. There's lots and lots of different versions. So just by changing up your dressing, you can change up the way your salad tastes. The other thing is you can keep it simple and just keep your salad greens and dress those, or you can add additional items. So we have beets this week. You can roast the beets, you can pickle the beets, add them to your salad. We have cucumbers, so you can just add cucumbers to the salad. You can grill your fennel and add that to your salad. So lots of different ideas to just add a little bit of flair to your salad. Also keep in mind that salad is not just for lunch and dinner, but also works wonderful as breakfast. So you can keep it as a side, or even do like an egg on top of it, hard-boiled egg or a fried egg. Works great. So those are our salad greens stored in the fridge. Our other lettuce this week is our head lettuce. So this gets stored preferably unwashed in a plastic bag, either a regular plastic bag, a Ziploc bag, or I love the Debbie Meyer green bags. They really help make the produce last even longer. So if you don't already have those, hop on Amazon or hop online and grab yourself a set of the Debbie Meyer green bags. I like the variety pack, which has several different size bags. Head lettuce is really good for salad. We can chop it up nice and tiny to make a chopped salad. We can use the leaves as a vessel, so like a wrap, egg salad, chicken salad, tuna salad. You can put cold cuts on it and use it instead of bread. Great for burgers, great for tacos, just overall good for just about anything. Do not wash this until you're ready to use it. If you wash it and do not use all of it, we're gonna store it in plastic with either a cloth or a paper towel, just so that it absorbs the moisture. We don't want the moisture sitting on the lettuce because then it'll rot that part of the lettuce. We want to keep it somewhat dry. So that gets stored in the fridge. New this week is cabbage. Cabbage lasts a while, and it's so yummy. Lots of different things that you can do with it. It's going to be stored, so as long as it's not chopped up, you can store it just like this in the fridge. Once you cut it, so if you cut part of it and use part of it, then we want to put saran wrap or plastic over top of it to keep that area covered. This is really good for all types of slaws. You can slice it into like steaks and grill it. You can roast it. There's a couple different recipes on the blog. You can actually also use the cabbage leaves as vessels. So they make really good like tacos, or they're really hearty and last. So you can use it as a vessel for different salads, chicken salad, tuna salad, egg salad, or something hot like a taco. It would work well with as well. If you're struggling to use the cabbage, let us know and we'll give you some more ideas. Trisha showcased this in the email, so make sure you read your weekly email, and there's lots of links at the bottom of the email for recipes using cabbage. So that gets stored in the fridge as is. We got two different herbs. So we have dill, and dill is going to get stored in a, I'm gonna fill a jar or a glass with water and put this right in. I like to take off the rubber band so that I can just kind of pull out sprigs of dill and not have to worry about taking off the rubber band afterwards. Make sure that glass stays and has water in it the whole time. So periodically check it and make sure it doesn't drain or evaporate out. Dill pairs really well with eggs. So it's really good in egg salad. It's really good sprinkled on top of eggs. Also pairs really well with potatoes, which we received in the share today. So you could do a dill potato salad, great for the holiday weekend. What else is good dill for? Or is dill good for? Sorry. It dehydrates really well. So we're going away for the weekend. So I think I'm going to dehydrate ours just so that I can keep it. It also freezes well. So you can rinse it off, make sure it's nice and clean, and lay it between paper towels. And then put that right into a Ziploc bag, lay it nice and flat in the freezer, and you have it frozen. And then you can just pull it out when you need it. If you're gonna make like deviled eggs for the holiday weekend, you can sprinkle some dill on top of the deviled eggs, and it adds a nice flavor to the deviled eggs. Okay, so that's dill. It gets stored in the fridge in a glass of water. Same thing for parsley. So stored exactly the same way, in the fridge, in a glass of water. Again, I remove, like this one, I'm gonna actually chop off some of the bottom of the parsley just because it's really tall so that it fits in my fridge. I'm gonna remove the rubber band so again, I can grab sprigs as needed. Parsley is really good for garnishes. It's got wonderful detox properties and it really supports kidney health. So it's great to throw in smoothies and stuff like that. So if you just have lots of parsley and you're not sure what to do with it, throw a couple sprigs right into your smoothies. You can add it to green cubes. You can make sauces with it. It goes really good, really well. Like if you make a sauce, a green sauce to go on top of steak or on top of chicken, you can throw it into your vinaigrettes or dressings as well. Stored in the fridge in a glass of water. That can also be dehydrated or frozen. I think I still have parsley left from previous weeks, so I will probably preserve that somehow just because we're going away for the weekend. All right, we have garlic scapes. Garlic scapes are a mild version of garlic, so anything that you would put garlic in, you can add garlic scapes to. If you still have basil left over from previous weeks, it goes really well with the basil to make a pesto. These are awesome grilled. We enjoyed the last batch. I skewered them and put them on the grill with just a little bit of oil, and we enjoyed them as a side. You could roast these with a couple of the different vegetables that we have this week. You can throw them in sauces. If you still have garlic scapes from previous weeks, you can chop these up and freeze them either in cubes or just in a bag. So wash them, clean them, chop them up, and then you can pull them out, and they're great in sauces, in stews and soups, So it's a good way to preserve them. Garlic scapes get stored in the fridge, in a plastic bag, or in your crisper drawer. Okay, we have cucumbers. So on top of the Kirby cucumbers that you could purchase in addition to our share, we have green or yellow cucumbers. These are really good just as a snack. Cutting them different ways kind of changes. I know it doesn't change the flavor, but I feel like for kids, if you slice them into rounds and then slice them into spears, they just kind of taste different, or texturally are different for kids. So it might add something different for them. Great for cucumber salad, great for pickles. What else? I know there's a couple things on the blog. There's definitely cucumber salad. There's quick fridge pickles. You can can and make pickles with any of these cucumbers. I also really, really love to use them just as a vessel to put my salads on. So like for lunch, if I'm doing egg salad or chicken salad or tuna salad or anything like that, or even hummus, they act as a great vessel to eat the salad on instead of bread. So those get stored in the fridge, in the crisper drawer, or in a plastic bag. We have kale. Kale gets stored in a plastic bag in the fridge. Again, don't wash it until you're ready to use it. If you still have kale from previous weeks, you may want to think about making green cubes, and there's a PDF. I think the PDF is called Freezer Cubes. I've been making those to preserve my greens and just freezing them, and I'll try to get a video together for that. They are wonderful just throwing a couple green cubes into smoothies. It just adds a lot of nutrition to your smoothie. Kale can be used raw or it can be used cooked. So we can saute it we could do the garlic scapes, we have onions. You can just do it as a side. You can make kale chips. You can do like a kale Caesar salad or a massaged kale salad. This is a purple kale, so it's kind of pretty raw. Lots of different ideas there. If you're struggling with your kale and not sure what to do with it, please post on Facebook and we'll help and guide you and give you ideas. So kale gets stored in the fridge in a plastic bag. New this week is our new potatoes. So these potatoes get stored in the fridge. I like to put them in a paper bag, or if you put them in plastic, you kind of want to leave them open. So I could store them just like this in the fridge. They aren't cured, so we don't want to keep them in the cabinet. I'm not even storing these. We're having these tonight for dinner, so I'll scrub them up and I'm gonna roast them. There's lots and lots of recipes for potatoes on the blog. So I know there's scalloped potatoes. I'm not sure if there's a potato salad, but you could do a potato salad, and there's different versions of potato salad. You can do a creamy potato salad or more of an oily herbal potato salad. So that's great for this weekend. But we want to store these in the fridge. Make sure they get stored in the fridge. We have beets this week. Very first thing you want to do with your beets is take off the tops. We want to separate the bulbs. The bulbs get stored in one plastic bag in the fridge, and the greens get stored in another plastic bag in the fridge. We don't want to keep them together. The bulbs are great raw or roasted and cooked or boiled or pickled. There's recipes for pickled beets on the blog. I think I have 2 different ways. There's also, I'm pretty sure there's a slaw that includes beets. Sometimes I like just shredding them and putting on top of salads. So those salad greens, if you want to add something a little bit different, you could shred your beets and put them on top of your salad. The greens are really good sauteed, just like any other green. So anything you would do to kale, saute it. You could eat it raw. I like to cook them. If you're not going to use any of your greens, throw them in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer and label them veggie scraps. Once you get a few bags of veggie scraps put together, then it's really good to make veggie broth with. So just another way to utilize all the produce we receive each week. So that's get stored separately, greens in one bag, bulbs in another. Two more items. We have our sweet onions. These also are uncured, so we want to store these in the fridge in a plastic bag. They're great grilled, they're great roasted. The tops taste more like scallions, so we can chop those up and eat them raw on top of a salad. You can grill the whole thing. The bottoms, again, you can eat raw, or you can cook them, roast them, grill them, saute them. They get stored in a plastic bag in the fridge. And our last item and new item for this week is our fennel. We got 2 bulbs of fennel. You ideally would like to separate the tops of the fennel from the bulb. Fennel has a licoricey taste. It's great grilled, it's great roasted. I generally like to take the tops off and use the tops for something else and then roast the bulbs. I'm pretty sure this week's recipe is gonna focus on fennel. I'm working on that as we speak. So take off the tops, store them in one bag, keep your bulbs in another bag. They generally cook differently, so it's easier to store them that way, but they're gonna get stored in the fridge. Fennel can be eaten raw or it can be cooked, so you can shave it really thin and put it on top of salad. You can certainly add it to your cabbage and make a slaw with it. It'll give your coleslaw a little bit of a different flavor. But again, stay tuned for Thursday, and there will likely be a recipe that showcases our fennel for this week. So that's it. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. For anyone doing anything special or seeing family or having picnics, make sure you utilize your produce and share the wealth with everyone you're gonna see. Take photos, share recipes you're using, and post those to our Facebook group, and I will see you again next Tuesday. Thanks.